HAZCOM-GHS-Labels and Pictograms. Introduction. Every hazardous chemical container in the workplace must be labeled to alert workers to potential hazards and handling requirements. Under the globally harmonized system, GHS, each label must include these elements: product identifier and ingredient disclosure. A product identifier on the label should match the product identifier used on the SDS. Supplier manufacturer identification. The name, address, and telephone number of the manufacturer or supplier. Precautionary statements. Phrases that describe recommended safety measures to minimize or prevent exposure or injury. For example, wear protective gloves. Hazard statement. A statement assigned to each hazard class and category that describes the chemical's dangers. Signal words, indicating the level of severity of the hazard, either danger for more severe levels or warning for less severe levels, and pictograms, a symbol or symbols that illustrate the chemical's hazards. Refer to the written lesson to see the sample label. Identification. There are 9 pictograms used to convey health, physical, and environmental hazards. They are required to be on a white background framed by a red border. You need to refer to the written lesson to see the pictograms. The health hazard pictogram alerts workers to these hazards: carcinogenic potential, mutagenicity, reproductive toxicity, respiratory sensitizer, target organ toxicity, danger to specific organs, and aspiration toxicity. The flame pictogram alerts workers to the hazards: flammables, pyrophorics, ignite in open air, self-heating, emits flammable gas, self-reactives, materials that don't need oxygen to ignite, and organic peroxides, explosive ingredients. The exclamation mark pictogram alerts workers to these hazards: irritant, skin sensitizer, a substance that will induce an allergic response following skin contact, acute toxicity, when adverse effects occur within 14 days of exposure to a substance, narcotic effects, respiratory tract irritant, and hazardous to ozone layer. The corrosion pictogram hazards are skin corrosion and burns, eye damage, and corrosive to metals. The exploding bomb pictogram hazards are explosives, self-reactives, and organic peroxides. The gas cylinder pictogram warns that gases are under pressure. The flame over circle pictogram warns of oxidizers, which contribute to the combustion of other material. The skull and crossbones pictogram warns of acute toxicity, fatal or toxic. The environment pictogram warns of aquatic toxicity. Conclusion. As employees, it's your responsibility to follow your training. To reduce the risk of injury or illness, always read the labels and the safety data sheets provided on the chemicals you work with, and take the required safety measures, including wearing the specified personal protective equipment, PPE. If the container is missing a label, don't open it. Report it to a supervisor right away.